I'm Julie Worsfold and I've been fostering for 18 years.
And I'm John Worsfold and I've been fostering the same time. That's a good question. So, going back in the distant past, we didn't think we could have children. So we started childminding, and then Julie suggested, or I thought about fostering. And I thought, I don't know if I can do that. And the more we looked into it, the more it felt right, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why we started.
Yeah. Fostering means to me, I'm giving something back. And by that I mean, John and I never thought we could have children. So that's why we decided to go into fostering. I'd unfortunately had quite a few miscarriages and a ruptured ectopic. And I was so pleased that my life had been saved that I really wanted to give something back into life and to be able to look after children and young people not as fortunate as ourselves, as how John and I have been brought up. I find it really rewarding. Don't get me wrong, it has its challenging moments, but for me it is giving a young person that comes into your home from whatever background and just seeing them thrive. It's over the months, the years, seeing them adjust into family life, supporting them, caring for them, even little things like day-to-day going to school, which maybe they've never done before and they've missed a lot of school, just showing them the right path really and seeing them blossom. That's really rewarding. And like John and I, our aim is to get our young people into independent living. So to see them, live with us and then set them up into independent living, and we still continue to support them. It's just lovely from that very first moment they walked in through our door. For me, what I find is, like I just said, I always like to see a young person thrive. Quite often in the past we've had young people, because we tend to look after teenagers, and quite often they've come to us a little bit too late, so some of them have been quite damaged souls for whatever reason, and it's not being able to make that difference. So that to me is when I find fostering a little bit sad, because I always want to see them thrive, and when you can't always show them the correct way, or they don't want to know the correct way. For me, that's quite difficult. I don't know about you, John, how you feel?
Well, I agree. Some of the challenges, looking back, I'd never have dreamt we'd have those challenges. The extremes of behaviour, well, there's no definition of normal. We're certainly not a normal family. And the children that come to live with us may not be regarded as, but there is no norm. So the extremes of behaviours and how you have to be flexible, and I mean flexible, from the point of view that we're going out and all of a sudden everything's turned upside down and we're not going out. Yeah, there are a number of challenges. Yeah. It's getting your mind around. When we first started, I thought we could fix the children. You can't fix the children. You're not there to fix the children. You're there to give them options and give them another taste of what might be possible. We don't get it right all the time, but we certainly try.
Yeah. And oodles of patience. Yes, the skills you need to become a foster carer are definitely be a good listener as well. Young people need, when they're ready, maybe to talk, to offload, to be a good listener, have lots of patience, be a very, very caring nature, and obviously a great family person as well, because they're coming into your family, so to make them feel welcome. Anything else you can think of?
I think the skills you need, you bring with you from your life experiences. The more life experiences you've had, the more you might be able to cope with a certain situation or adapt to one. you've got to have the willingness to learn. So training is really important. They're the tools in your toolbox. And you get an awful lot of training. There's a lot of support. It's putting it into practice. And you may be on a training course and you might listen to something or learn something, well, I'll never need that. And 2 days later, you need it.
Yeah, I find the training invaluable, to be honest, because even though John and I have been fostering now for 18 years, on the training courses, which we always attend, when the new carers come in, they come in with fresh ideas. And it's great for me because, you know, sometimes when you've been doing the job as long as we have, you do get at times a little bit complacent and think, well, we know all this, but new carers come in with lots of fresh ideas and it's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Fostering has impacted on us as a family, especially the birth children. From my point of view, I think it's enriched their lives. And I say that because it's made them realise just how lucky they are to come from, well, to have a normal, I'll be normal, a normal family. Simple things like even a bed to lie in, have blankets, have sheets, have food on the table.
Puts things in perspective,
So,
I think.
yes, and it makes them understand when you have a new little person join our family or a teenager, you know, how to sort of help them as well and how to realise that they probably have not been as fortunate as themselves. So from our point of view, from our birth children's point of view, it's really enriched their lives and made them realise and appreciate just how lucky they are.
I don't think we could foster if it didn't have a positive impact on our own birth children. And I know I can speak for myself, you know, it's enriched my life. I've learned and experienced so much more, not only about others, but about myself. And I think that's important. We live in a diverse world and who knows what comes around the corner. And you can't read a book by its cover. You know, somebody will walk through the door and on paper you think, well, not too sure whether this will work. And yet, somehow it
Works perfectly.
they gel.
Yeah.
Why did we choose CCB? We chose CCB because we didn't feel like a number. We felt like we were part of their family, as we were allowing people to enter our family. I think the main thing for us was we felt that we would have the support.
Yeah, huge support from them.
That support varies from day to day. We could be asking for advice one minute and talking about something quite serious the next, and it was fine.
Yeah, I feel from my point of view totally supported by the agency 24/7. You know, if you need advice, if you have a problem, doesn't matter day or night, they're there. And they're there for John and I, but equally they're there for our own birth children as well, which means an awful lot to us as a fostering family.
I found the application process a little bit daunting from the point of view that, I mean, again, when we first looked at it, I never dreamt that people would be asking the questions they asked about my past life, about friends, family, and really reflecting on who we were and what we did and how that might impact somebody. Yeah. So yeah, it was quite daunting, but it has to be that way. You're looking after somebody else's child. You know, in some respects, it should be more rigorous.
Yeah, it was a very quick process, but like John said, they do delve into your past, into your private life, friends, family, past relationships, even to the point of where you went to school, your little infant school. God, how many years ago was that? How you were brought up, your morals, you know, what your childhood was like. But looking back, I think that's the best way to be, very important way to be. You know, we are potentially, like John said, looking after other people's children. You know, it can be daunting enough looking after your own, let alone having you know, a young child or a young teenager, a teenager into your home, you know, we don't know these children, they don't know us. So I think, yes, the process, the application process has to be as it is. Very good. Do it. Definitely become a foster carer. I'm so pleased that John and I decided 18 years ago that that's what we'd like to do. And yes, there have been challenging times, challenging moments, but most of it, I feel very proud that we've been doing it for so long, that we've helped so many young people and that we've given them a chance in life. And I think anybody out there wanting to become a foster carer, as long as you've got oodles of patience, you're prepared to have a giggle, and you want to support somebody and try and show them the right path, yeah, it's definitely the right career.